what's up? We're here at the Rush Gym in Burlington, North Carolina, and today I'm going to put Marc Lobliner through a nice HIIT cardio routine. Now, the reason why we're doing HIIT cardio versus a low intensity cardio is because HIIT cardio actually burns more calories over time than the low intensity cardio. After performing a high intensity cardio session, your metabolism is going to be booming for the rest of the day. And you know what? From what we've seen, it works better than low intensity cardio, no matter what the studies say. Now, before HIIT cardio, we like to take two things. One is Yohimbine HCL. Now, we recommend Yohimbine because it helps burn and release fat from those stubborn fat areas, because it blocks the negative feedback loop for fat loss. In addition to that, we like to combine it with a little Quake. Quake gives you the creatine, beta-alanine, which are beneficial for performance, as well as some caffeine, alcar, tyrosine, which again give you energy and help you focus, which is important for these intense HIIT routines. So with that said, today we're going to do some elliptical intervals followed by some kettlebell work, which a lot of people have never done before. So this should be a really interesting workout for the viewers. All right, now before you get into your intervals, you always want to warm up. Just like with weight training, before you lift heavy, you need to lift lighter weights to prepare your body for the more intense sets. Now Marc's going to do a 5-minute warm-up, get the blood flowing, get his body accustomed to the movement, and then once he's warmed up, he's going to move into his intervals. Now for your warm-up, you just want to go for a nice easy pace, nothing too intense. You're just getting the blood flowing, you're getting the movement down so you know what you're going to do for the intervals. So basically for this warm-up, you want to start with about half the resistance you're going to use for your intervals. Okay, now Marc's getting ready to do his first interval. He's going to go 15 seconds all out and then 45 seconds slower. During his interval, he's going to set the resistance to twice what he's doing for the slower periods. So Marc, show him how it's done. All right, he's up in the resistance and he's about to start his interval. Now, as you can see, Marc not only increased the resistance on the elliptical, but he's also going faster than he was during the slower period. The reasoning why we chose 15 seconds for the high intensity interval is because your anaerobic metabolism powers bursts of energy from about 5 to 15 seconds. So after 15 seconds, it's going to turn into more of an aerobic exercise at that intensity. Now for this interval, Marc's not going to change the resistance and he's just going to pedal as fast as he can. This is another way to increase the intensity for your intervals. As you can see, he's really moving now. The machine's shaking, he's flying. Go, 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 go. Burn that fat. You know, it's kind of fun to yell at someone when they're doing cardio and you're not. As you can see, I mean, those intervals are very intense, and after about 10 of them, you're going to be burnt out. All right, Marc finished his 10 intervals, and now we're going to do a 5-minute cool down before we move on to the kettlebell. This is just let him rest a little bit because he's pretty tired after those 10 intervals, and we want him to be rested and non-fatigued when he moves on to the kettlebells, which requires some good technique so you don't hurt yourself. The next portion of this high-intensity interval training is the kettlebell portion. Now, this is recommended from kettlebell guru Joe Daniels. When it comes to kettlebells, he's the man. He knows everything you need to know. So what Marc's going to do is he's going to do 5 sets of 20 reps for both a 2-arm swing and a 1-arm swing. Now the reason why he goes from a 2-arm to a 1-arm is the 1-arm swings actually recruit more of your core muscles, the core stabilizers. So we're going to get right into it and let Marc demonstrate the movements. Now as you can see, this is a full body movement. You're recruiting all the muscles in the body. It's not so much going to build strength, but it's going to activate those muscles and burn a lot of calories. And again, you're going to be burning calories throughout the rest of the day. Marc rests about 30 to 60 seconds between sets. Now the reason he's resting is so he can regain a little strength, a little energy, so he doesn't lose his form on these. If you lose your form, you may drop the kettlebell on your toe, you may hit yourself in the knee, you could injure yourself, and that's not good. One of the things you do on this exercise is squeeze your glute muscles. The glutes are a muscle group in bodybuilding competitions, at least. Build and getting them shredded is very important. So always keep your glutes tight, your core tight during your swings. Now Marc rested his minute and he's going to move on to his 1-arm swings. All right, Marc finished his HIIT intervals and his kettlebells, and now we're just going to do a little 5-minute cool down. Just kind of relax the body, get a little more blood flowing. And during this workout, Marc started off with a 5-minute warm-up, and then he did 10 intervals of 15 seconds all out, followed by 45 seconds of a lower intensity. For his intervals, you can either double the resistance or just pedal as fast as possible. After the cool down, you can either do some abs or do some stretching if you want, maybe some foam rolling if you need to, but that's it for the workout. We're all done. As I said, we were done with the cardio portion, but now we're going to show you an optional ab routine you can do. Marc's going to start off with the decline leg raises with weights. Now before you do the weights, you might want to do one set with just your body weight to warm up before moving on to the heavier weight. Marc's going to do 8 reps with the weight, and then he's going to drop the weight and then go to failure with no weight. The next exercise Marc is going to do is the weighted decline crunches. Now this is a crunch variation done on a decline bench. He's going to hold a plate beyond his head to add resistance. A lot of people like to hold the weight on their chest, but holding it behind your head is actually harder because of the angle your body moves. Marc's going to do the same thing as before. He's going to do 8 reps with the weight, drop the weight, and then rep out with just his body weight. Final ab exercise Marc is going to do is the side bend on the back extension bench. Now we worked the lower abs, the upper abs, now we're going to do an exercise for the obliques. Again, for this, Marc's going to do 8 reps, holding a weight, drop the weight, and then rep out with his body weight.